Hi everyone, this is Margaret, and I am doing another holiday inspired look for everyone. This one, I really love this look because it's not your typical holiday colors. It's much more autumny, wintry kind of colors, but I love it because it is a little bit of a different twist. And it's basically, I'm using colors like peacock green and warm golds and orangey red lips. So, really the look, and the skin has a nice shimmer to it. It's going to be really pretty. So as you see, I'm putting a very good coverage foundation, and I'm using something that covers the imperfections. I want the skin to look porcelain and very milky, and I think that's really important that you use a really good formulation that has really good coverage, a high coverage. And like I said, I want the skin to have a very milky, porcelainy kind of feel to the skin. So as I have already put on the foundation, I'm setting it with my complexion brush. Um, you want the skin to really absorb the as much as the foundation so that it really sets into the skin. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to line the water line with a white opaque pencil. Now, I'm probably going to go back to it a little bit more just to get some more payout, but I think it's really good to use it as a guideline. So I'm taking my gold, as you can see, gold highlighting powder, and I'm putting it right on the brow bone. And I want to make sure that I get a good amount on there because that's going to definitely blend into another color. So I'm taking like 3 shades lighter gold dust powder right there, shadow, and I'm going right on the inner parts of her eye, and I'm going all the way into the top of the brow bone area. So see how I'm just kind of keeping it right on the inner and all the way up. Now I'm taking my peacock green powder. Now this is a powder shadow. It looks like cream, but it's actually a really fine spun um, powder shadow with really good pigment. So find a color that's similar to this. You can use a cream shadow for sure. I prefer to use, you know, powder creams. It doesn't really have, I don't really have any preferential, but I like this particular color, so I went with the powder. So as you see, I used a flat brush, and I'm just now taking my blending brush and I'm going along the edges and just kind of merging all the golds and the light golds and the green together and just blending it in. So now I'm going to take a straight edge brush, and I'm taking some of that green, that peacock green, and I'm going to go right underneath the lash line. So right on the lash line underneath, and so that way it kind of accompanies the white liner that I have on the waterline. And so I'm just kind of blending that in, as you can see. And one thing is that when you do this, you want to make sure it's blended. You don't want anything to be too splotchy. You want everything to be very soft and blended. So I'm going to take my white pencil and I'm going to just go over it again just to give it a little more payout and a clean line to just really set it a little bit more. So see how it's just really adding a little bit more value to it. So I'm going to have Andrea make like a fish, and I'm using a very orangey color. I have this thing about like earthy orangey color blush right now. I love it. So I'm taking the highlighting powder now, and I'm going right above the ledge of her cheekbones. Okay, right where the high parts of the cheekbone is, and I'm just dusting it along. So taking a nice soft shimmer powder. And now the lashes are really important. So I'm going to have Drea curl her lashes, and I'm going to really put a thick application of black mascara. And you'll see why this is important because I'm not using any dark liners to rim the eyes. So the mascara is really going to be the dark contrast to the soft muted colors. And you'll see, and I'm really going over each different strand of lash. Um, just so that we don't lose any coverage on this, because you'll see how it really will pop the eyes out, and I'm being very careful about making sure I get every lash on the eye. And you want to make sure that you coat it really, really, really well with some good black mascara. Use a good formulation. So as you can see how it's just opening her eyes up. And I want to make sure that, you don't over clump it, but you want to make sure you definitely add a good coating of it. And so as I'm doing this, you'll see how the lashes will start to develop, and you'll see how it really holds the look of the eyes in a way where it gives it a lot more contrast. So now with the brows, I'm just going to go with a natural tone. I like her kind of auburny, brownish auburny color. So I'm just going to go with that little kind of like a light chestnutty color. And I don't want to overdo her brows because I think it's nice to just leave them slightly more natural um, with this look. And I'm going to just groom them up very open and spread out. And so now I'm taking my complexion brush and just blending everything down a little bit, just so we can have it all kind of blended in. So now I'm taking a very orangey red lip color, and I'm going to, and this is not a gloss, this is a lipstick. So you want to make sure that you get a moist formula, because I think it's, this time of year, I think too matte is going to be too drying on the lips, unless you find a really good formulation. So I'm using a lipstick, and I'm going to definitely mattify it a little bit, but I'm using more of a formulation that has a good cream texture to it. So, but look how pretty that is. So I'm taking now a little bit of that blush color that I put on her cheeks, and I'm just going right on the inner part of her the crease, and then at the end. And then I'm taking a little bit of dark brown and just dusting the lash line. And there you have it. So this is my holiday look. This is a look that you can wear for parties, New Year's even, or even throughout the year. So definitely try it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in my techniques and you want to take some online training, go to www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. Thanks so much for watching.